This is going to be a little bit of a different type of video. We're going to be actually looking at the retro carded shocker, but my customized shocker. Just for fun, I put my custom painted shocker back into the card, just kind of get an idea. This is how I would have liked to receive this figure, and it's my personal taste on a shocker, and your mileage will vary. But let's go ahead and take a closer look at the figure. We're going to look at the sculpt, detail of the figure. Pay no mind to the paint right now. I just want to look at the sculpting and compare it with the previous shocker. I made a little trap door at the bottom so I can slide the figure in and out so I can save my cards, because I'm going to put the old one in here and hang it on the wall. As for sculpting on this new shocker figure, I really like it. This is basically going to be, I don't know many figures they can reuse this body for, so it's kind of like a one-off sculpt for this character. I like all the detailing, the different textures on the brown versus the quilted looking material on the rest of the body. The boots have that nice leather texture. Same with the brown areas on the rest of the suit. And on top of the head. And looks really nice. Got the leather stripes down the arms, down the legs. Looks really good. I actually like the proportions a lot better too. Like the previous one was on the Bucky Cat body. And this one was good for its time, but it is outdated when you compare it to something like this. This looks so much better. Proportions, the broadness of the shoulders, a lot more heroic proportions on this one. I'm not saying this one's a bad one. I like this a lot better. This one, all the quilted lines is all painted on. Of course, this one, they didn't have any paint on the quilted lines. This is, as I mentioned, this has been repainted. And other than that, it's not a bad figure. It's the head sculpt. You got the top piece, that's raised sculpted area. But this new one is a lot better sculpt wise. Much better sculpt. The only thing this one was lacking to me was paint. Wasn't a fan of the really dull mustard yellow, the suit. So, and was initially planning on just panel lining, like a lot of people have done with the Gundam markers. I even bought a brown Gundam marker. I was planning on panel lining it. But I decided to go a different route with this one. I used Testors Create FX acrylic wash, mahogany wash. They've actually changed the name of this to acrylic wood stain. Now this is the old name, this is the new name. But you can get a few different colors. What I used for the yellow parts was the mahogany. And for the brown part of the suit, I used the black wash. One benefits too of using the mahogany wash, I wasn't a fan of that real pale yellow like I mentioned. It actually tinted the yellow to give it a little more of an orange hue. And I like it. It has a little extra shading to it. And I actually went over to the quilted lines a few different times with a fine brush with the wash tip after an initial wash, just to make it a little darker. I think I put about 3 coats on those lines to make them really stand out. You can actually do less coats if you want more subtle line work like that. I was really happy with the results. The black wash really makes the brown parts of the suits really add the depth to it. I had to do a lot of touch-ups with the brown. There's you can see yellow coming through on the sides. I used a Testors Sienna brown. It was a pretty well dead-on match to the brown that's on the suit. But I like how it turned out. And you can see the nice subtle shading that mahogany wash gave to the suit. Give it a little tint. But I like it. And for the accessories on this figure, he came with these extra hands. You got the open display hands. You got the fist hands. And the Kirby Crackle style effects we've seen so many different times, different colors. I wish we could have got some new effects for this one. But like I said, I really dig the sculpt on this one. It's just a lack of paint. That's why I ended up painting this one. Also ended up gluing the belt in place. It kept wanting to sag on the sides. So I pulled it up and put a couple drops of Loctite gel, put it in position and held it until it set. Now I have no more drooping belt because the connection points is on the sides of the V. And it's just loose. There's no friction. It was just friction on the sides, so I want to glue those in place. Well, that's all for this one. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time.